Everyone, and thank you for being here tonight. This is our City Council meeting of Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. So I'd like to call this meeting to order. And explanation of disaster procedures. If we would happen to have a tornado. I thought for sure I turned this off, excuse me. If we would have a disaster of a tornado, we would go. So, excuse me again. Okay, so we would go down by where the sewer department is, and we would go to the basement if we happen to have a situation like a tornado. And then, of course, if it was a fire, we would line up and go right outside here, outside the exit, and we would take roll call of people to make sure everybody's gotten out. So this is a reminder that these meetings are being videotaped, and therefore it's important that everyone speak directly into the microphone when speaking. Also, we'll start with roll call of the alderpersons. And Jenny, would you like to do that?
Alderperson Whitaker.
Here.
Alderperson Schneider.
Here.
Alderperson Duco.
Here.
Alderperson Aris. Alderperson Randall.
Here.
Alderperson Ferguson. Alderperson Anthony.
Here.
Alderperson Ovian. Alderperson Dintelman.
Here.
Alderperson Schaefer.
Here.
Alderperson Steele.
Here.
Alderperson Rothweiler. Alderperson Elmore.
Here.
Alderperson Wygant.
Here.
Alderperson Sullivan.
Here.
Alderperson Ostoff.
Here.
Mayor Aris, Ferguson, and Ovian are excused.
Okay, thank you. And now department head roll call.
City Treasurer Bierman. Here. City Attorney Horner. Police Chief Icecant. Here. Fire Chief Mills. Finance Director Jamie Matrit. Director of Public Works Jason Poole. Director of Wastewater Randy Smith. Director of Library Lee Spearman. Interim Director of IT Ty Buckner. City Engineer Scott Sager. Director of Health, Housing, and Building Scott Tyler. Director of Economic Development, Planning, Zoning Cliff Cross. Director of Human Resources Bill Clay. Director of Maintenance Mike Schaefer. Director of Recreation Don LaChance. Mayor, Fire Chief Mills is excused. Deputy Chief Leger is here for her. Jason Poole and Bill Clay are excused.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's stand for the pledge. So we have no public hearing this evening, but if you are here for public participation, you need to raise your hand, and when you're called upon, come up to the microphone, state your name and your address. So is there anyone here for public participation? Okay. Benny?
Hi, I'm Benny from Benny's Pizza Pub. You said address as well?
Yes,
113 East Main Street in Belleville.
thank you.
So I'm here to talk about the request for, sorry, I'm going to adjust this here. Wanted to talk about the request for food trucks at Shoehorn Brewery. First, I wanted to state I'm not here against Shoehorn. I'm not here against food trucks. But I kind of wanted to maybe share some enlightenment and kind of talk to the city council about when the decisions are being made about allowing food trucks to come downtown. First, there is an ordinance that prohibits it from times when there aren't special events. And I don't personally, I don't see an issue if it's once in a while, but requesting food trucks for a 9-month period 2 times a week, I think is a lot, and it puts a lot on the downtown businesses. This is not about having competition because we all work really well downtown. It's more about food trucks coming down, and what I've read up, a food truck can pay like $100 a year, and that allows them to operate within the city, if I read that correctly. Businesses that are downtown, if you own a business down there, you're paying extra property taxes on top of the regular property taxes to be in that district. And there is an ordinance that prevents it, that protects us and keeps the the downtown the way it is and keeps it moving forward. I believe on big events, special events, or if somebody's having an event and it's, once a month, once every 6 months, I think those are good things. But to allow them down on times, on regular days of business, for that long a period of time, I think it fights against the businesses that are here every day, that's working hard, paying our dues, and doing the things that we need to do. I think there is a compromise that can come from this. I think just saying no and that's it maybe isn't the best thing. We want to find something that's going to work for everybody. But I think that the playing field should be leveled a little bit with the food trucks, for a food truck to be able to come down and pay, if I'm correct, that $100 a year versus what we've invested in doing this. I think there are some other things. I know they're also on the agenda, and I wanted to make sure that I mentioned this. I know there was a request for food trucks for a wedding. I think that, for me, I think that's a different situation. If a food truck is coming down and catering a special event and not selling to the public, I feel like that's a different situation. They're being paid to be there. They're not catering to the public. They're catering to that party. I think there need to be some rules put in place for that, so where they park the food trucks and things like that, because on top of the food trucks coming down and it not being that level playing field, it really puts a bind on the businesses down here, because it's also going to have this ripple effect where today we have one business that's requesting it for 9 months, 2 days a week. If another business catches on to that and does it, another business, then all of a sudden we just have a bunch of food trucks down there that are potentially hurting or putting the businesses that have invested their time and money into the downtown. Once again, I am not against food trucks. I'm just asking City Council and the Ordinance Committee to maybe take a look at that and see what we can do to fix it, to make it work for everyone, so that people like Mike that don't have a kitchen, that we can find a problem for his solution. So thank you for listening to me. Thanks for the City Council members that responded and called to ask about my concerns and things. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Who else would like to speak? Yes.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Mike Johnson, and I'm with Shoehorn Brewing at 225 East Main. While I can't speak to all concerns, I'm not sure if all concerns. I did hear some from Benny on the phone the other day and continues today. For one thing I'd like to address is the 9-month period. Since we are downtown, everything must go through City Council for approval. And so instead of requesting month after month for these windows of time, I thought it'd be more efficient to put in requests for the entire block of time. In addition to that, I know that maybe the hours seem a bit scary, that they say 5 to 9 on Tuesdays and they say noon to 9 on Sundays. I can guarantee you no food truck would be out there for 9 hours. Food trucks typically show up for about maybe 3-hour time frame. The reason I didn't specify that time frame is it allows me to have flexibility on when they show up. If I was to tell you today that I need to have the food trucks to show up on Sundays from noon to 3, and that turns out to be no one shows up until 1 o'clock, maybe better if I moved it back an hour. Now that's outside the food truck's time frame. They can only be there for 2 hours, not 3. So in the spirit of maintaining my agreement with the city, I would set the entire time frame open so it's more flexible based on weather or based on whatever to move things around. That's for those times. When it comes to food trucks as a concept, and to think that food trucks are taking from businesses, I would say a couple different things. One, that food trucks and customers who go to normal restaurants downtown are not necessarily the same folks. I've had people come downtown for food trucks to my business, and when they found out that that food truck had to reschedule and someone else was there, they literally walked off. They had no interest in staying for me, nor anyone else. They went back home. They come down for the event, for the food truck itself. It's not necessarily taking away from Tavern, from Benny's, from Copperfire, Lexi's, you name it. It's not necessarily affecting them directly, because it's a different event, it's a different atmosphere to go there for food trucks. For the reason of food trucks take our money and it's not affecting the downtown brick and mortars, I would like to make it obvious that I am a brick and mortar. They're there supporting me at my request. It's not like they randomly pulled up to the corner and started slinging tacos. They're there at my request to help support my business. So they are supporting downtown brick and mortars, me. So I have to say for now, any further questions in the future, I'm happy to talk about.
Okay. Who else would like to speak? Yes, the gentleman in the back?
Thank you for calling me a gentleman. My name is Scott. I own Big Daddy's 618 at 313 East Main Street, and I'm here to talk about the food trucks as well. I've been in business 20 years in downtown, so I've seen a lot when a lot of these places weren't here. I am unfamiliar with the city ordinance regarding food trucks, so I can't really say much about it. But I can use real common sense to this. All the businesses downtown are grateful for any new business that comes in and fills an empty storefront. Shoehorn, we are grateful for Shoehorn's investment into downtown. They took a building that was empty, they created an unbelievable atmosphere. Their investment cannot be questioned, so we're all behind Shoehorn. We want success for Shoehorn. If Shoehorn does good, the district does good, Benny's does good, Scott does good, Copper Fire does good, everybody does well. So we're grateful for Shoehorn. We want them to do good. Food trucks make sense for festivals and events. I'll give you an example. The Shriners are having a food truck festival on the square. They have 8 to 12 food trucks. It brings in business, brings in all kinds of people. Okay, so in this case, it's awesome. These people come to the district for the food trucks and then spread out and work their way through downtown, whether it be East Main or West Main. That's a great example of how food trucks work well. A second example, Spaces. Spaces does not have a kitchen. Shoehorn does not have a kitchen. Spaces had a wedding reception recently. They had a food truck out there that catered to that wedding event only. They didn't sell to the public. It helped Ronnie, it helped that wedding, and it helped really the downtown district because that wedding needed food. Ronnie was able to use the food truck. The city granted the food truck for that. Everything worked out well. So those are great examples of how food trucks help downtown and help the district. Food trucks do not benefit the district if being requested by one business. I'm using Ronnie's example at Spaces. That was one incident. Shoehorn is requesting food trucks for their business, and really their business only because they don't have a kitchen. He said they use it as a promotion. People like it. But people were coming to Shoehorn for that food truck and really aren't going anywhere else. So a food truck being requested by one business is not helping the district. I got a couple notes here. Food trucks do not pay taxes in the district. The thing that probably bothers me most about food trucks is when a food truck comes in, they come in, they get our local dollars, and then they take our local dollars and go somewhere else. Say, for instance, if Shoehorn had a kitchen and they employed several kitchen staff, it is fact that if you employ people in the district, those employees spend dollars in the district. So the district would be winning if Shoehorn had a kitchen and employed people, and those employees spent dollars in the district. So it's a big difference when food trucks just roll in, take our dollars, and roll out, and that's really what happens in the case of food trucks. Let's see. The food trucks just aren't good for the greater good, okay? There's no business district. I got a couple calls today from Edwardsville, some businesses in O'Fallon, asking me about this because if we're dealing with it, they're going to be dealing with it. And there's not a business district in the country that's going to say, yes, please bring in food trucks to our district because it does hurt the brick and mortar and it does not help the district in any way other than helping that one business. So I don't see how you can really say food trucks are going to help downtown Belleville because they're not. They're only going to really hurt us. As far as the city, I think, has been very fair with Shoehorn. They granted them the right to have a food truck once on a Tuesday night, correct? And then Shoehorn requested a second food truck on that Tuesday night. That was granted. Okay, so they've been granted permission to have food trucks. Now they're asking for a third food truck permit on Sundays. Okay, so this seems like a case of give an inch, take a mile. They've been granted one for a Tuesday, then a second for a Tuesday. Now they're asking for a Sunday. The big problem with Sunday is if Shoehorn is granted 2 food trucks on Sunday, they are parking those food trucks along the side of Tavern on Main, who has been in business for 10 years downtown, employs 30 people, pays taxes, promotes commerce to all of downtown. So placing 2 food trucks for Shoehorn alongside of Tavern on Main is an unbelievable conflict of interest. And I see a lot of business people in here. There's no way that anybody can say that that makes good sense for food trucks to roll in, impede the progress of Tavern on Main, who's paid their dues. Their folks, their staff spends a lot of money in the district. So I'm really kind of confused by the constant asking for food trucks. So as a businessman of 20 years, I think we probably need to find a way to, I think Benny said it was, there's loopholes here. How do we decide who to grant food trucks to when? Like I said, I use Spaces as the best example because that was for a one-time deal. This isn't for a one-time deal. This is for 9 months, and it will impact the district, and it doesn't impact it greatly. And I'm a little disappointed that they're kind of asking for this because we've all rallied around Shoehorn, and we want the best for them, but it doesn't really seem right now like Shoehorn's wanting the best for us. And I appreciate your time, but food trucks aren't good, and there's no business district in the country that's going to say, yeah, bring in food trucks, let them take our dollars, let them roll out. There's no way. So thanks for your time, and once again, downtown has been working together very well, and we'll continue working together well. We got great festivals, events, and activities, so keep supporting downtown. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Surprise, surprise, I'm here to talk about the food trucks. So my name is Maria Mercado Johnson. I'm part owner of the building that Shoehorn is in, and we also own a home on 2713 Brook Run Drive. So just wanted to say, I know the BND quoted that there were 2 food trucks per day. That's inaccurate. It's 1 food truck per night on Tuesday and 1 on Sunday. For one, ever since we opened, I just wanted to state that we've done nothing but try to encourage customers who come in to bring food in from other places. So far as we've gotten menus, sometimes we've had to kind of like badger owners to give us menus of their places so that we can have them available for our customers so they can go out and get food and bring them back. We've also got a binder that's got all of their menus in it. We try to keep it current. And as far as the food trucks, I would like you to consider that, yes, I realize that it is competition. However, we have tried to keep it to a point where it's on days where there are some businesses that are closed and there are really slow days. Tuesdays and Sundays, typically we do not have tons of people coming downtown. The people that do come, I do see a lot of people coming in for Tavern. They come in specifically to go to Tavern, but not necessarily come in to Shoehorn for beer, and vice versa on a Tuesday. So I will say that we have tried to minimize it to the point where we have those food trucks available on days where we know some businesses are closed on both of those days, and we tried to minimize it also by hours so that it's a short window. It's 1 meal time, it's not an entire day, hoping to kind of cause the least possible strife for other businesses as well. Bless you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Anyone else to speak about the food trucks or anything else this evening? Yes.
Something else.
Okay.
You'll be glad it's not about the food trucks. My name is Donna McKelvey, and I live at 205 East D Street. I'm just here to kind of be supportive of the development agreement at 107 East D. We need help with that property. We need help with our neighborhood, and by tearing a house down, it's not going to help the neighborhood. I know that we've had our homeless issues as well, but I saw and was in that house when it was beautiful, and it's really been heart-wrenching to see the decline. And the decline is happening all in that little block area, 2 blocks away from East Main Street. So the more that we can help support the property owners and the properties, I believe it is a very nice area to live. 2 blocks away, you can walk any place you want. And you know, you're on the corner with 3 different churches, and I'm not sure, maybe the temple is still operative too. So it's just a very nice, quiet area that could use a little help, and I would appreciate your support of that agreement. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Yes. Mr. Hagberg?
Michael Hackberg. In my opinion, taking $800,000 of taxpayers' money from infrastructure for remodeling a marijuana dispensary is not good use of taxpayer funds. I don't fault them for asking. If you don't ask, you won't know. But it's up to this council to say no. We need that $800,000 to go towards the infrastructure and fixing our streets and sidewalks. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, anyone else? Yes.
Hello. Sorry about my voice. I've been on the 3 flights in 2 days, but I just came to support Sean McGilligan, 124 South 18th Street, and I just came to support the town helping to remodel 107th East D Street. I don't live in the neighborhood anymore, but I felt if it was lost, it would just kind of be an act of vandalism upon the town, and I'm hoping it gets fully rehabbed. I'm actually kind of excited for that, and you all have a good evening.
Thank you, Sean. Okay, anyone else? Okay, hearing none, we will move on. No presentations or recognitions and appointments this evening, so we'll go for the approval of minutes. So I need a motion to approve the City Council and Executive Session meeting minutes of February 5th, 2024.
Schaefer, so moved.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Under claims, payroll, and disbursements, I need a motion to approve claims and disbursements in the amount of $1,456,813.31 and payroll in the amount of $931,479.82.
Whitaker, so moved.
Second by Schnee.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Whitaker.
Aye.
Schneider. Duco. Randall. Anthony. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele. Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Sullivan. Ostoff. Motion carries, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. We have no reports this evening, so we will now take oral reports from standing committees, special committees, and any other oral reports from the elected officials or staff. So, Mr. Dittelman, would you like to make the motion for the master sewer?
Yes, I would. I'd like to make a motion for the Master Sewer Committee. 11A1, motion authorizing the sale conversion of 1990 TCM forklift 9,000 pound capacity, serial number 4422070, from the wastewater treatment plant.
A second?
Second by Steele.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now motions from traffic. Mr. Elmore?
We'll just do these together unless there's any objection. Motion for 11B1, motion to approve no parking 100 block of East Adams on the south side between Alley and South Jackson. 11B2, a motion to approve a stop sign on Bunsen at South 16th Street.
Okay, any second?
Schaefer.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, motions from Mr. Whitaker from Finance.
Any objection to doing these as a group?
No.
Okay. On behalf of the Finance Committee, 11C1, will motion to approve the lowest responsible bidder of BP Roofing in the amount of $22,140 for roof replacement at 800 Royal Heights Road, the street department, with a possibility of extra cost for decking and materials as necessary. 11C2, a motion to waive formal bidding procedures and approve the purchase of one new fire department pumper truck from Banner Fire Equipment in the amount of $756,328. 11C3, a motion to waive formal bidding procedures and utilize the Omnia Partners Cooperative Contract to approve uniform and mat services with Centos for Public Works, wastewater treatment plant, and vehicle maintenance staff for a period of 5 years. And 11C4, a motion to approve an increase in the residential refuge trash fees of $2 per month effective May 1st, 2024, 25 cents per month effective May 1st, 2025, 25 cents per month effective May 1st, 2026, and 25 cents per month effective May 1st, 2027. So moved.
Schaefer, second.
Thank you very much. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Schneider?
Aye.
Duco? Randall?
Aye.
Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman?
Aye.
Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan? Osthoff? Whitaker?
Aye.
Motion carries, Mayor.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Diddleman, motion for Parks Board?
Sure, thank you. Can I put two of them together then?
Would you
Thank you.
mind doing them separately, Ed?
Pardon me?
Would you do them separately, please?
Yes. On Parks and Recreation Board, I'd like to make a motion with 11D1, motion to approve the purchase of a new Risso Digital MH9450 two-color duplicator from the Da-Com in the amount of $23,921.
Okay, a second, please.
Schaefer?
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Duco?
Aye.
Randall?
Aye.
Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman?
Aye.
Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan?
Aye.
Osthoff?
Aye.
Whitaker?
Aye.
Schneider? Motion carries, Mayor.
Okay, thank you very much. Ed, continue.
We have 11D2, motion to approve a facility use agreement between the City of Belleville and the Rowdies Rugby Club for use of J.C. Park and Latterman Park, October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2025.
Okay.
Steele, second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Yes, Mr. Randall.
Yes, Mayor, thank you. I do have a question regarding the October 1st, 2020 date. Is this an amendment and an extension of a prior agreement, or where does the October 2020 date come from?
Jenny.
I honestly don't have an answer for you.
I'm sure they.
I believe that it was not, we didn't renew it on time.
Some
I
of-
do,
some of
excuse me, I
them
do
are-
have record that there was a prior agreement with
Right.
Rowdy's Rugby Club for a facility
gotcha.
use of the same nature, but, between 2018 and 2020.
Exactly what Garrett just said. So it's a continuation. The contract before expired and slipped through the cracks, and this is to pick back up from where that is to continue forward until 2025.
Okay, so should it still read October 1st, 2020, or should we be looking at a 24 date here?
I was told by
Yes, if they were using the property during that time, you would want to use that October 2020 date so you have a seamless coverage, in particular for the
So we're just
indemnification insurance
amending
clauses.
the contract, okay, that previous agreement.
I'm sorry?
We're amending the previous agreement to.
Yeah, essentially extending the term.
Thank you.
But this way, it would cover the entire time if they continue to use it after the October 2020 date.
Thank you.
Okay, any more discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Randall?
Aye.
Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman? Schaefer? Steele? Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan?
Aye.
Osthoff? Whitaker?
Aye.
Schneider? Duco? Motion carries, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Motions from administration, Jenny?
Together or separately?
Together.
Together? Okay. 11E1, motion to extend the special use permit and amend the applicant to establish and operate an adult use cannabis dispensing organization in case 41 July 22 Emerald Coast LLC, located at 360 South Greenmount Road, 093001111009, until December 31st, 2024. 11E2, motion authorizing the sale and conversion of miscellaneous furniture from SIJ Links Lodge.
Okay,
Schaefer, so moved.
Steele, second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We will move on with economic development and annexation. Mr. Randall?
Thank you, Mayor. 11F1 is a motion to approve a development agreement with Belleville Books for the acquisition and remodeling of 20 East Main Street for a bookstore. So moved.
Schaefer, second.
Okay. Any discussion? Are you going to read these all together?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none? Roll call?
Dintelman?
Aye.
Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan?
Aye.
Osthoff?
Aye.
Whitaker?
Aye.
Schneider? Duco?
Aye.
Randall?
Aye.
Anthony?
Aye.
Motion carries, Mayor.
Thank you. Continue.
11F2 is a motion to approve a development agreement with Tiger Gond Properties, Inc. for the redevelopment of 107 East D Street for a single-family home as part of the infill development program. But I'm going to make a motion that includes an amendment to this agreement, that it would include a rebate of 50% of the incremental property taxes for 5 years. So moved.
Schaefer, second.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay. Hearing none. Roll call?
Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan?
Aye.
Osthoff?
Aye.
Whitaker?
Aye.
Schneider?
Aye.
Duco? Randall?
Aye.
Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman?
Aye.
Motion carries, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Okay. Continue.
11F3 is a motion to approve the infill development agreement program residential sale contract with C.A. Jones Incorporated for the property commonly known as 1008 Cart Lane. So moved.
Whitaker, second.
Any discussion?
Yes, Mayor.
Yes.
I wasn't at the economic development meeting, but I am going to be in opposition to both 11F3 and 11F4, as it would require a zoning change that would subdivide these single-family residential lots into 3 lots on one and then 2 lots on another, to put up a total of 5 structures as opposed to maintaining an A1 single-family lot as within our zoning code. So,
Okay.
while I make the motion, okay,
Okay.
that's my opposition.
Would you like to speak to that?
Well, no, I mean, Alderman Randall is correct. I mean, it's gonna require variance. It was clarified during the meeting. Your zoning code has minimum lot sizes of 10,000 square feet within the A1 district, and it would require this additional action via the public hearing for to allow for lot sizes that do not meet the minimum requirements. Now, what I can tell you, and I brought this up during the committee meeting, I do not know how back in the day when they wrote the zoning code, 10,000 square feet became the number. Most communities, older communities especially, that have a traditional block, which is traditionally 400 linear feet, consist of 8 lots that are 50 foot wide by 150 feet. So a traditional lot in some of your older communities are 7,500 square feet. Now, we're going to be looking to amend our code, just an FYI, we're going to bring that to you, because I think that does restrict some of the development that you can do and redevelopment in these older communities, because we have a lot of what we call non-conforming lots, which quite honestly, that's a fancy term for grandfathered, that are buildable because there are some provisions in there that allow for that. But I think we need to address the overarching issue that we have a lot of older housing stock, and obviously we want to redevelop or revitalize those existing homes. But for those ones that we cannot, we got to create an inventory of buildable lots to get houses back on the tax roll. So by doing that, I think we can still reduce the lot sizes and meet the primary goal of density and setbacks for protection of those neighborhoods. Now, I can't speak for the developer, but what I can tell you I got from the developer who wants to do this. They want to make sure that they, in a sense, avoid the ability or the issue of basically putting a Band-Aid to take care of one lot in a dilapidated neighborhood. I think we heard about it on this property here. That's just one house of many that probably needs to be addressed in that neighborhood. So the thought was, if they put a cluster of 3, you could bring more people in that would stabilize that neighborhood. So I think that's why they're asking for that, and they're asking for this particular model because they want to be able to stack it to a 1.5-story or a 2-story so it fits on those smaller lots. So that's the logic behind the request. I'm not disagreeing with Alderman Randall. We got to be careful to set a precedent of allowing for construction on lots that are not in compliance with our code, but I think this is kind of the reasoning behind the argument of putting the 3 here and the 2 on Queensway. So that's really what the request was.
Okay, yes, Mr. Randall.
Yeah, I would take exception or respectfully disagree. I think that with respect to a development of this type here, in my former profession, okay, we would use the term, or a corporate rater would use the term of maximizing shareholder value. In other venues, okay, it would be called maximizing profitability. There's a 5-letter word for it, it's called greed. And I take exception, okay, to subdividing a 9,200 square foot lot into 2 lots of 4,600 square feet in order to build 2-story structures right next to each other in that confined space.
Okay, thank you. Any more discussion?
I have a question. I just want to make sure I'm reading this drawing correctly on page, what page am I on? 150 some odd. Are we talking there's 18 feet between each structure? I'm seeing 18.67. Is that a 3 lot or 2?
So if it's the Cart Lane model, what they're proposing to do is roughly subdivide that existing 125 by 121 lot into 3 lots that are 41.87, excuse me if I'm not reading, I had my eye exam today, so a little bit off, but roughly a 41 by 121 lot, 3 of them. So it looks like they're proposing to throw those proposed 2-story structures in there that would have roughly the setbacks of 9.33, it looks like, on the one, and then it would be reduced to roughly, it looks like about 8 feet on the in-between portion, if you're talking about that. So that would be what, that roughly 16, 17 feet between the 2 homes, I think is what your 18.67
It's
is
up
what
page
it's.
74 if you're looking.
Yeah, yes, and, well, I'm assuming I pull mine out, but I think the purpose, so I can tell you why they try to keep it. Our code actually calls for a setback in your side yard of 5 feet, right? And this is just my theory behind this, and through my years of zoning, I would suspect back in the day when the old zoning codes had 5-foot separations from your side yards, they were there to act more as a building code and a firewall separation because they didn't require firewall separations back then, or 2-hour firewalls. The logic being is a fire can't jump from one house to the other 10 feet. Is kind of why that old 5-foot came in. And then it always lined up with your traditional easements in the old subdivisions that went right through the middle. You needed the 10 feet to get through. So what I'm seeing here is 18 feet, and it looks like 18 feet would be the separations from the structures.
Right, and since I've been in Holden, I've seen 3 newer subdivisions come in across from West Haven, Green Mountain and Brook Hill. And those 3, the one complaint, I don't even know if it's a complaint, comment is, man, they really stack them on top of each other.
Yeah.
And it's somewhat unattractive to some. Not everybody, but when they are that tight, goodness gracious, it's just, and they're saying, I'm assuming that CA is saying that they're not interested in building 2 houses, they want to build 3 houses.
Well, they haven't come out and said they're not interested in doing that. They just wanted to propose this because that was their logic behind it, that they thought by putting in 3 of them in there that the sale of one would promote someone else to follow, and that they could have 3 vested homeowners in that neighborhood to help stabilize it.
More homeowners, I get the point.
Yeah.
And none of this has been through zoning yet.
It has not, and I've advised them, we can't guarantee zoning. Now, that said, it's gotta go through the public hearing process, but you're in a sense looking at this and saying we somewhat accept the concept of having the 3 non-buildable lots. So it could create an issue, as that could be an argument at that point. But it has not been through the official public hearing process, because when you go in front of Zoning Board of Appeals, you have to have the 15 to 30 day public notice window. You got to have the public hearing. That's an actual hearing. The ZBA makes a recommendation to you as a council. So if you accept the concept in the agreement, and Garrett may have some thoughts on this, but I would definitely make sure that it's understood that based on any potential comments or public comments and testimony, this is not locking you into the commitment of granting a future variance.
Do it right from the beginning.
We have to remember also that this is going to be in neighborhoods that are older neighborhoods, that the building needs to be similar to what the value of the other houses are in the neighborhood. So this gentleman has had a very good response towards this project, and he has actually been working with the city for almost 2 years. Very ethical person with has 9 children in his family. So I think it's not, in my opinion, that this is being done for greed. He works a ton with the Autistic Center and is a very good volunteer. So I just would prefer that we don't use any more words like greed. But we do have to remember that these neighborhoods that we have that are older neighborhoods where things have not been kept up over the years, that we do need a way to jumpstart it, have infill projects that people will be interested in buying and moving into those areas. So, just my opinion. Yes.
So, does that mean that, if he gets to do this with these lots, without it being the 10,000 square feet, anybody else will be able to do it, or they could be denied, or yes, it could be?
I think
How
that would
does
have to
that
be
work?
special use
Well,
or variance.
so let's be clear the way the code is written. So you have I've seen a lot of zoning ordinances, and you have a zoning ordinance that address non-conforming uses in a couple different ways, right? A lot of times they'll just call it a non-conforming use, but your ordinance actually addresses a non-conforming use or a grandfathered use and how you can continue that and you can regulate it. Then it also addresses specifically non-conforming structures. For example, you have a lot of homes already in this city that are on non-buildable lots, right? So the issue becomes, what happens if they need to refinance it? The bank's gonna say, if it burns down, we want guarantees that it can be rebuilt. So you've had to write that in there to where you get 100% rebuild if it's destroyed by a natural disaster. Then you actually have a section of that that addresses non-conforming lots, because you have so many lots that are vacant that don't meet that minimum lot size requirement. And when you look at it, it talks about your minimum standards. Like, for example, to be a non-conforming lot that in a sense is buildable, it has to be a minimum of 30 foot wide. And you know, it has to be able to accommodate, it can't be under contiguous ownership either. For example, what I'm saying is, you may have an individual owner that has a whole block of them that are 30 foot by 150, right? I can't just say I'm building on all 7 of them. What I gotta do is consolidate a few of them to make them buildable, because I've got the ability to do that. I hope that clarifies that. So, but the answer is, if you grant a variance, now this is a little unique in that you are doing this as part of an infill program. But if someone has a lot and they ever want to come and they want to ask for the ability to do a lot split, they could ask that question, and there would be some precedent that would be set here in terms of you doing that as part of this project. Now, that said, this is part of an overall home ownership program and things like that.
And I love the infill project as a whole. I'm just curious, what's the detriment to just see and go through zoning first and bring it back?
There isn't. We could do it.
It doesn't threaten the project.
It does not, well, I mean, at least not from my end. Now, they may say, okay, we need to, and if they don't, then they're done, right? There's no guarantees here. But I could work with them, and we could, in a sense, as a partnership, I think we've done this on some of our commercial properties on the SUPs, where we work with them, and we become a co-applicant, so to speak, and make that application for a variance and see what kind of response we get, and go from there.
I also want to respect the people on the zoning board for being on the zoning board.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I said this, I think I said this during the meeting. I made it very clear. This is no way, and I would be very clear with the Zoning Board of Appeals. You have no obligation to make a decision based on this. You need to go through your public hearing process and make your findings of fact like you would anything else. I did not commit them to approving this as part of that process.
Brad?
So, when you mention if we go to zoning first, we would have to be a co-applicant because the city still owns these properties.
Yeah, we'd have to authorize them, so to speak, to make that application.
So would the special use permit then extend beyond the sale? Or would they have to go back and get a new special use
So
permit?
we'd have to do a variance. This would be a variance that runs very similar to the parallel course of public hearing and go through the process. The variance would be valid for 12 months, but there are provisions in there that says, you know, if you are diligently moving forward, you could potentially extend it. But what I would say, in any variance, you would want to incorporate a condition to give them additional time for the construction season and things like that.
I just think it's important for us to keep this process moving forward. It's been going on for a long time. The developer has been great. You know, I expressed concerns about the original proposals they had for Cart Lane, and he came back with a much better property, and I'm to the point, I'm ready to approve this tonight, and let's get this process going. It's been 2 years that we've been talking about infill, and we haven't built a house yet.
And, Mayor, may I speak? The developer has built in Orchard Lakes, which is our ward, and they're very nice houses, and they're really selling quickly.
Any more discussion?
Mayor,
Yes.
you know, I asked that very question in ED&A, you know, the space in between, and, you know, I mean, we're looking at a little bit short of 20 feet between these properties. And, you know, I mean, just imagining 20 feet, I mean, I say 20 feet, you know, that's a lot more space than a lot of properties that's down here. I mean, I got houses down here that's only, heck, they may not be no more than 12 feet apart. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the older properties. And people are buying those properties. You know, if they're available, they're buying them. They are infills. If it was a subdivision, I'd probably have a different opinion on the matter, you know, but we need to get those lots built. I mean, you know, we've been messing around with it, as Alderman Whitaker says, and we haven't built a house yet. It's been a couple of years since we started talking about this. It's time to move forward, my opinion.
I have to
Shelley?
agree, we are hurting for housing at this point, and we're all complaining about housing. I think it's time we finally do something with it and just get it going.
I would tell you right now that the Scott Air Force Base is doing a large study on affordable housing in this area for military. And these are homes that could be sold to military because they're going to be affordable. And I think that's also something to be taken into consideration. Just my opinion. Thank you. Any more discussion, anyone? Okay, hearing none. Mr. Randall?
Motion's been
Oh,
made and
wait,
seconded.
okay, we've already had discussion. Roll call.
Steele?
Yes.
Aye. Yes or no?
Aye.
Aye. Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan? Ostoff? Whitaker? Schneider? Duco? Randall?
No?
Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman?
No.
Schaefer?
Aye.
Motion carries, Mayor.
Thank you very much.
11F4 is a motion to approve the infill development agreement residential sales contract with C.A. Jones, Inc. for the property commonly known as 24 Queensway Drive. So moved.
Schaefer, second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan? Ostoff? Whitaker? Schneider? Duco? Randall?
No?
Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman? Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Motion carries, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, continue.
11F5 is a motion to approve the development agreement with Blunts and Moore Holdings LLC for the acquisition and remodeling of 7300 Twin Pyramid Parkway. So moved.
Second. Now you go ahead. You won.
Discussion? Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, roll call.
Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan? Ostoff? Whitaker? Schneider? Duco? Randall?
Aye.
Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman? Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Motion carries, Mayor.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now motions from streets and grades. Mr. Randall?
Thank you, Mayor. Folks, can I read these together? Yes. Appreciate that. 11G1 is a motion to approve a contract with DMS Contracting, Inc. in the amount of $996,776.62 for South Church Street resurfacing, CDBG, TIP 3, and ARPA funds. So moved.
Second.
Oh, pardon me. 11G2 is a motion to enter an agreement with Gonzalez Companies in the amount of $101,860 for construction inspection of South Church Street, ARPA, and TIP 3 funding. So moved.
Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Weigant? Sullivan? Ostoff? Whitaker? Schneider? Duco? Randall?
Aye.
Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman? Schaefer? Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Motion carries, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Jenny, we would like to know with communications.
How do you want me to read the communications?
Could you take 12A and 12E separately, please?
Yep. Okay.
Oh, Mr. Randall, did you say 12A and 12E?
E.
Got it. Okay, thank you very much.
12A, Harrison Palmer wedding, 4/13/2024. Request from Sam Harris and Brandon Palmer to have food trucks for a wedding Saturday, April 13th, 2024, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Closure request, parking spots on North Jackson, east side from East Main to Alley, additional city services, barricades, and no parking signage.
Okay. Second?
We don't have a motion. Do
Oh,
we have a motion?
No, I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Second?
I'll second. I have a question. It's not in the application and it's not a motion that they're not selling to the general public. Is that just?
It's a wedding.
Yeah, it's a private
It's for a
wedding.
wedding.
It's for a wedding. my understanding of how most of those food trucks work, when you rent them for a wedding, you pay them a specific amount of money. So you are not gonna have the general public, yeah.
Okay, any discussion on this? Yes, Mr. Randall?
Yeah, I think that because it deals with food trucks again, and now we're talking about a wedding, and did we previously?
We have done this before, for a
We've
wedding
done this
and
before.
I believe also a class reunion at Spaces.
Okay, so my question would be then, what happens when this becomes a regular weekend deal?
I guess the way that our ordinance is read right now, if they want a food truck in the special service area, it always has to come back to council.
Sure.
So it's always gonna come back to you guys, that's for
Okay,
sure.
So
There's
this is
nothing.
what, the second wedding now?
Alderman Randall, I know for sure it's
I
like the
know
second
that-
wedding, but we've had other, we've done this before, Venue on Main, I don't know if you remember, kind of right after they first opened, we had Food Truck Tuesdays there. They did it maybe for a month or so. I know we've done it at Spaces for, I believe, a wedding, and I believe there was also
The class reunion?
the class reunion, and
That
there
was
was,
at
and maybe something
Onstott's.
else, yeah. But I can't give you any dates or anything, I'd have to go back and look.
It's not sold to the general public during these events,
you, ma'am.
yes.
Well,
Lillian?
it was for Venue on Main. For Venue on Main, it was.
It was.
It was,
Right.
I mean, I don't know that she stopped
I think
anybody.
it was like an event.
Because that was during the day, even like people went down there for lunch and stuff.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times she would park it on her back parking lot as well. Now, I know that
Not
time
at first.
she didn't, not
She-
at first.
she
but
did get
started
permission to
parking
park it on
her
East
private
Main.
property.
Or
And our
West Main.
ordinance says if it's on your private property, you can.
But not in the special service
Right.
area.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, Lillian, I think, was first.
Is there a certain amount of number of times a year they can do this, or in the ordinance? I'm not sure how that's.
The ordinance
worded.
does not specify that.
So they could do this as many times of the year that they wanted.
Well, again, that's why it comes to
Comes back
council.
each
That's,
time
that's
to
your
here.
decision.
Yes, Brian?
I have a question about the time of the event. So, you know, one of the things I heard mentioned earlier, not particular to this, but that there was concern of taking prime parking spots in the downtown area. Is it truly necessary for a 12-hour window?
So the reason they're doing that is because they're blocking off those spots. It is very difficult when, no matter what the event is, if we, even though we post no parking and we say you can't park here after, say, noon, it is very difficult for people to actually abide by that. And then what happens, they call us, then we have to call the police out there. We have to find out who's parked there. That's usually why somebody asks for that period of time, because obviously at 8 AM, nothing's open, so they can get those spots reserved.
And they may be setting up for the wedding during that time also.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that the parking spots
Right.
themselves would, you know, be part of that, but that's usually the reasoning behind a lot of our closures, starting at a certain point, because it's, and Lieutenant Thompson could attest to that, it's very difficult, you know, to move vehicles once they're already parked.
And so with the additional city services, that barricades, they would just drop off the barricades and.
Correct, the organizers are responsible, we will put up the no parking signage, but the organizers are responsible to shut those two spots off at 8 AM until 8 PM.
Yes.
ma'am.
Well, to me, I think we're opening up a whole new bunch of things that we're not sure even how to handle this. I think some of these questions and these functions like this, to have the food trucks, since there's so many questions about it, is there not a committee we can start sending this back to and start researching to set precedent rules, and that's the way it should be?
But there are rules, and the way that I'm looking at this is being used as a caterer, correct?
Correct.
So it'd be just like if you rented a hall and you need a caterer. They're using this as a caterer. They're not using this to bring in to bring business to their business. They're doing it as a caterer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but what I guess I'm trying to say is, we're dealing with food trucks, not caterers.
But we have an ordinance for food trucks.
Dennis?
Don't we have it, I think we discussed this before, like Tavern on Main, say Tavern on Main, now you only can close that street so many times a year.
So you're talking about the special event liquor licenses, we allow that 5 times, and that's when they actually, that's not,
Have
they're not closing the
events.
street, and this does not involve a liquor license. They have been told that they have the food, they get it from the truck, and they have to take it back on the property where the liquor license is for. So they can't be standing out there on the sidewalk, but they have to take the food back to spaces.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Any more questions or comments? Yes, Mr. Randall, I believe you, did you have your hand up?
Really, the bottom line here is that we're designating, 2 parking spots for
Correct.
catering service for
That happens to
a
be food
wedding
trucks.
venue.
Correct.
Okay, any more discussion? Hearing none? All in favor?
I think we should do a roll call.
Oh, okay, we can roll call this.
Sullivan?
Aye.
Osthoff?
Aye.
Whitaker?
Aye.
Schneider?
Aye.
Duco?
Aye.
Randall?
Aye.
Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman?
Aye.
Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore?
Aye.
Wygant? Motion carries,
Okay,
Mayor.
thank you. Would you like to continue, Mr. Randall?
Nope. I'm gonna read,
Oh, that's right, it's Jenny.
I'll read the next rest together.
I
except
guess
for
I
12B.
need my eyes checked like Cliff had today.
12B, Lincoln Theater Concert, 4/28/2024. Request from Lincoln Theater to host Scatolites Sunday, April 28, 2024, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Additional city services, closure of 10 parking spaces in city parking lot at corner of North High and East A Street, and barricades. 12C, Belleville Shriners Parade, 6/7/2024. I-9 Shriners request to hold the Belleville Shriners Parade Friday, June 7, 2024, 7:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. Street closure request, staging areas 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. North 3rd Street between West A, North Side to West F Street, South Side West C Street from North 2nd Street to North 4th Street rear, 7:30 p.m. rolling closure along parade route. Additional services, police and public works personnel, no parking, signage, barricades, trash toters, electrical panels, and cleanup of parade route, banner across North Illinois Street. 12D, Belleville Shriners Festival of Food, 6/8/2024. I-9 Shriners request to hold Belleville Shriners Festival of Food food truck event Saturday, June 8, 2024, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Street closure, Public Square, and 1 block north, south, east, west, Friday, June 7, 2024, 7:30 p.m. through Saturday, June 8, 2024, 11 p.m. Additional services, police and public works personnel, trash sorter, sanitation, barricades, electrical panels, picnic tables, no parking signage, and cleanup of event.
Schaefer, second.
Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay,
12E, Food Truck Days, Tuesdays, Sundays, March through November. Request from Shoehorn Brewing to host Food Truck Days every Tuesday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., and Sunday, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m., March through November 2024. Additional services, cones to reserve 2 parking spots on North Church Street, west side, not to include the ADA spot.
okay. Motion?
I'm gonna make a motion to deny.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none?
Alderperson
Yes.
Whitaker.
You know, I understand a lot of the concern that was presented from the surrounding businesses. I understand the desire of Shoehorn to want to attract this. Was there any consideration made to, one of the residents that called me was interested in having this, but proposed some options of something like, maybe we just do 1 day a week to start and do it on like a Monday, when all but 2 of our downtown businesses are closed. And since these would be approved for specific dates, you know, if our downtown businesses chose that they're gonna start reopening on Mondays, you know, they would know ahead of time how long we've approved this through. And, you know, I wanna do what we can to help Shoehorn Brewery and help them attract clients, but I also understand what we have to do to protect those merchants that we have downtown. So I would be interested in some type of modification. Obviously, we couldn't do it through this. And then to supplement that, and this is probably a question for legal, is there any way to require the implementation of our special business sales tax for a food vendor that is coming downtown? And, I mean, they've got to collect state sales taxes. Why would they be exempt from collecting?
They should be collecting it. I don't know that they're not.
Yeah, we
We
require
don't
them
get
to
that.
provide us proof of sales tax to the state, and then, you know,
But would that proof include showing that they've collected the added downtown district sales tax? Or is it just saying this is how much we collected?
Our sales tax is collected by the state, so they should be paying it to the state.
right? And so the thing you gotta think about is that, so when we do a mobile commerce vendor, it's an actual license for us. So we don't really see them, let's say they come and get this in April 1st. That license then is good through April 30th of next year. So all we're asking for them up front is a certificate that they are registered for sales tax in Illinois. Because they may come, you'd be surprised how many mobile commerce vendors we have that only come for one event, like Oktoberfest, or the Festival of Food. So we may not see them again that whole year.
Do we give them any type of documentation telling them what sales tax they're supposed to collect because they're operating in that area, or?
In the past, I know that, just from experience, Art on the Square used to do that. And in fact, at one time, we actually turned in the names up in Fairview Heights of who was all going to be in the show.
So we do that for, we do the same thing for like the Chris Kindle Mart, but those are not people that have an actual, I don't know that business is the right word, they have a business, but they are not necessarily registered with the state of Illinois. These companies are required to register in advance. So that is on them, the onus is on them, obviously, to pay that. I did talk to Jamie today. She can check to make sure that they pay their sales tax. It would be maybe 2 months down the line before we could verify that. But she is able to, as long as we have what their number is, which we have that, and she can look it up and verify it. But it is always going to be after the fact.
Mr. Elmore?
These are very good questions, and it's kind of a point of order here thing. I think we have this motion on the table for this application, and maybe we should vote on this application. I'm sure that a food truck ordinance review is in order here, and it's probably gonna come up in Ordinance and Legal Review Committee to update an ordinance and a program that we have not looked at for years. And, you know, you vote yes or no on this application, and then we run it through the mill of ordinance and then bring back an updated program.
Okay. I think Shelley had one more comment.
I think if we okay this, even for Mondays, what is to say another business that wants to bring business into, just throwing it out there, a florist or a sawdust and glitter or someone like that wants to boost their business and bring a food truck in every Tuesday for lunchtime. I just think we got to be careful because we're setting a precedence for one person.
And would then, if it was voted on Monday, would we continue then on the Tuesday? Because there is asking
I would
for
keep
that.
in mind that the issue before the council is an application for Tuesday and Sunday. So it would be up to the applicant in response to any type of denial to apply for a different day or that.
Okay.
So, I mean, what's pending now is the Tuesday.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And it doesn't prevent them from coming back with something else.
Certainly not.
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. All right.
Okay, any more discussion? Okay, hearing none. I think we should do roll call.
Correct?
Okay. Roll call?
Osthoff?
It's motion to deny.
The motion is to deny, so if you vote aye, you are denying it.
Aye.
Whitaker?
Aye.
Schneider?
Aye.
Duco?
Aye.
Randall?
Aye.
Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman?
Aye.
Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore?
Aye.
Wygant? Sullivan?
Aye.
The motion carries to deny.
Okay, thank you. This evening, we have no petitions. So I need a motion to read by title only, Resolution 3505.
So moved.
Thank you.
Schaefer second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Oh, let's have Jenny read the resolution.
Nope, you're right. Any discussion? All in favor? Yep.
Oh, because I made the motion, right, okay.
No discussion?
No
right?
discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Okay.
Okay.
Jenny?
14A, Resolution 3505, a resolution requesting permission from IDOT to close Route 159 for Shriners Parade and Festival of Food, Friday, June 7th, 2024, through Saturday, June 8th, 2024.
Schneider, second.
Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none? Roll call?
Whitaker?
Aye.
Schneider?
Aye.
Duco? Randall? Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman? Schaefer? Steele? Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan? Osthoff? Motion carries, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. A motion to read by title only, ordinances 9248, 9249, 9250, 9251, and 9252.
Randall, so moved.
Thank you.
Steele,
Second?
second.
Steele. Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, Jenny?
I can read them together, yes? 15A, Ordinance 9248, 2024, an ordinance authorizing sale and conversion of personal property, 1990 TCM forklift from wastewater treatment plant. 15B, Ordinance 9249, 2024, an ordinance amending Article 7, Traffic Code, Chapter 76, parking schedules of the revised ordinances of the City of Belleville, Illinois, as amended by amending portions of sections thereof. 15C, Ordinance 9250, 2024, an ordinance amending Article 7, Traffic Code, Chapter 75, traffic schedules of the revised ordinances of the City of Belleville, Illinois, as amended by amending portions of sections thereof. 15D, Ordinance 9251, 2024, a zoning ordinance regarding Case 41, July 22, High Haven Dispensary, LLC. 15E, Ordinance 9252, 2024, an ordinance authorizing sale, conversion of personal property, miscellaneous furniture, SIJ WDC, Links Lodge.
Randall, so moved.
Schaefer second.
Okay, discussion? Hearing none, roll call?
Schneider?
Aye.
Duco? Randall?
Aye.
Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman? Schaefer? Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan? Osthoff? Whitaker?
Aye.
Motion carries, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Tonight, we have no unfinished business, so under miscellaneous and new business, I need a motion to approve motor fuel claims in the amount of $32,586.07. Thank you. Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call?
Duco? Randall? Anthony?
Aye.
Dintelman? Schaefer? Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan? Osthoff? Whitaker?
Aye.
Schneider? Motion carries, Mayor.
Thank you. And now I need a motion to go into executive session.
Randall, so moved.
Schneider, second.
I need to read to discuss.
Thank you.
Thanks. Personnel, litigation, workers' compensation, property acquisition, or transfer of property. Motion?
Yeah, Randall.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? For second?
Schneider did
Thank you. Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. We'd ask everyone to leave now, and we will call you back.
Any discussion?
Any discussion? Hearing none? Do we roll call it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
roll call.
Randall?
Aye.
Anthony? Dintelman? Schaefer? Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant? Sullivan? Osthoff? Whitaker? Schneider? Duco? Motion carries, Mayor.
Okay, I think now we would like to entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Nope. Who seconded it? Oh, thank.
Whoever you'd like.
Okay, opposed? Okay, adjourned.
It's a unanimous second.
She's holding down all.